Big ambitions, even bigger egos. Now on BBC One, the boss is back and means business in his hunt for the new Apprentice.
In a harsh economic landscape, startups are struggling. But prepared to take a punt on a new partnership, one man with the bottle to start a business from scratch. Ready to do battle for his backing, 16 ambitious entrepreneurs.
I'm a great of my generation. I'm an innovator and leader in business. I take inspiration from Napoleon. I am here to conquer.
I'm half machine. I can process things at a speed that is out of this world.
Some people might come to this process with a game plan. I just feel my effortless superiority will take me all the way.
At stake, a £250,000 investment.
I'm an old head on young shoulders. I believe that I'm the new breed of businessman that this process requires.
I have run successful businesses. I can generate profit. I'm business perfection personified.
I have energy like a Duracell bunny, sex appeal of Jessica Rabbit, and a brain like Einstein.
Hard-nosed and hungry, only one can succeed.
I'm prepared to fight to the death to become Lord Sugar's business partner.
I will do anything to win. Cheating, manipulating, I will do it.
Putting his cash on the line, Lord Sugar.
This process is not about a job, it's about me ploughing £250,000 into a business. This is an unbelievable opportunity.
East End boy and entrepreneur, Lord Sugar started with nothing and built an empire worth millions.
I believe actions speak louder than words. For me to choose you, you got to be brilliant.
Now on the hunt for a winning idea, he's in the market for a brand new business partner.
Trust me, there are people in this room that are hungry for this deal. You better get your act together.
But to secure his support, a punishing selection process.
Get the gear, get the gear. We're gonna run like hell to sell those ukuleles.
16 candidates.
Come on. Very good. Very, very good indeed.
12 tough weeks.
Engage brain.
God bloody sake, Leah, you're talking nonsense.
Right. You shut up, and you shut up, and you talk.
You've lost us money, mate. You've lost us money and you've once again proved that you're an amateur.
One life-changing opportunity.
I mean, the basic fundamentals, counting, locations, these are elementary things. You're all a bloody waste of space.
It's down to business with The Apprentice.
You're fired. You're fired. I don't want to see your face anymore. You're fired.
Midnight. The boardroom.
Yes, Lord Sugar. You can go through to the boardroom now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my boardroom. One of you is going to get the £250,000 investment in a 50-50 business with me. Now, in this climate, people like you that have the seed of a business idea find it very difficult engaging with banks and financial services. Those people, quite rightly so, will not lend you any money to start up a new business because they're looking for collateral, they're looking for assets. So this is an unbelievable opportunity because I tell you where the collateral and the assets are for me. They're here with you. You are the collateral and you are the asset. As you can see, I've got a pile of CVs here. It's full of the usual BS. You know, I'll give 110%. I'm the greatest entrepreneur since sliced bread. Failure's not an option. I think outside the box, inside the bleeding box. All those usual clichés. I'm sick and tired of all that bloody rubbish, to be perfectly honest with you. Because I believe actions speak louder than words. And it's going to be actions that I'm going to judge you on. Now, the aim of this process is to get your business plans in front of me. The tasks are there to test you and take you through every facet in business. But in the meantime, we'll have a little chat now about some of your business ideas. Neil, what's your deal?
My business is a unique online estate agency business.
Estate agency?
That's right.
Miles, got a comment in here from you. You say estate agents are tossers.
I'd like to point out I'm not actually an estate agent. That's the business plan. I've come here with one objective, that's to win, and that's what I'm going to do.
Jazz?
Lord Sugar? My business idea is for an online learning platform to eradicate low levels of literacy.
OK. Leah?
Hello.
I understand we have a doctor in the house, is that right?
Yeah.
Could come in handy, because I've got a bloke over there thinks he's Napoleon. You know what happened to Napoleon, don't you?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, you can consider me as the Duke of Wellington, actually, in this process. Yeah. Jason, you've never had a full-time job, is that right? You've been a student the whole of your life.
I've been studying, certainly, the whole of my life.
Studying Greek mythology, is that right?
Greek modern history, in fact.
Quite appropriate, really, Jason, as a hero of the Greeks. He was the one that went off to get the Golden Fleece, wasn't
Indeed, he did, yeah.
Well, the Golden Fleece here is the £250,000.
I hope to live up to my mythological namesake.
OK. Let's move on. Let me tell you about the first task. I've got you 2 shipping containers in the port of Tilbury in Essex, and they're full of imported products. You lot are going to be working through the night. You have to start selling to the various trades that open up in this great metropolis of London, and other trades that start to open up as the day goes by, because by 4 o'clock, all bets are off. It's finished. And the team that sells the most amount of goods will win, and the team that loses, one of you, will be fired. Here's a curveball I'm going to send you right now. Ladies, who's going to be the project manager on this task?
I am.
Very brave. Very brave indeed.
I'm just really enthusiastic, and I'm good at motivating people.
You're on. Gentlemen?
I'll do it.
Really?
If somebody else wants to volunteer, if they've got the fire and the drive,
Do it.
OK.
All right, Jason. Now, Karen, of course, needs no introduction to you, and neither does Nick. They will be reporting to me everything that goes on. They do not miss a trick. Right, everything clear? Yes, sir. I'll see you back in this boardroom here at 5 o'clock. Off you go.
One night and one day to shift a container load of stock. First, for both teams, get to know their managers.
Jason.
Hi, Jason.
My intelligence is like a machete in the jungle. It's just going to take one swipe, and I'll be through.
Reason why I didn't take project manager? Yeah. I thought you had some real balls to do that. But what do you do?
I do a bit of this and a bit of that.
I had my hand up before I'd realised I'd volunteered. I love being in charge and telling people what to do and having them do it. It's my idea of heaven. I'm not looking to kind of boss people around, although I will do that. I'm only bossy if I'm right, which is a lot of the time. If you're in my way and you're an idiot, you will be moved aside.
Next, who's who and what they do.
I've got a consumer electronics business, a cake shop, and a baking website.
Wow.
Successful independent lady over here.
Absolutely.
I've got 14 years sales experience. I've got 14 years of a proven track record.
I'm from Wales. I am indeed. I'm from Cardiff, yes. I started my first company when I was 19 years old from a garage in the Welsh Valleys. I'm moving on to bigger and better things.
Has anyone ever said you look like anyone?
I sometimes get Freddie Mercury.
Dracula?
Dracula! Thank you.
Introductions over. Both teams need a name.
How about something explosive? How about asteroid?
And it's not girly either.
Alchemy, no. I'm not going to lie, I have no idea what that means. It reminds me of chemistry.
I thought of evolve, because I think we're evolve together as a team, grow as a team.
I like evolve.
Done, boom, move on.
Endeavour to try.
No, I'd go with endeavour, and we keep it simple. Endeavour, I like it.
I mean, we all definitely want to win, but it's not always going to happen.
2:15 a.m. Essex. The port of Tilbury.
I've lived in London most of my life. I've never really gone down the docks before.
Destination for up to 1,500 containers a day. Tonight, 2 will be opened.
Oh my gosh, it's so exciting.
I know.
I wonder what's in the container.
1 for each team, stacked with identical imports.
Exciting, it's like going into Aladdin's cave.
Oh.
From novelties with niche markets.
They're Chinese little waving cats.
They're lucky charms.
Yeah, they're lucky charms.
To bog standard commodities.
Toilet rolls.
Bog roll.
43 cases of water.
Water will go.
These jackets are amazing. They're gonna sell.
OK, girls, are we ready?
Yeah.
First task for the teams, take stock of what they've got.
Water,
Yeah.
toilet rolls,
Cool.
cat litter, bubble wrap, leather jackets, mugs with Union Jacks on, and China cats.
Cool.
Next, a lesson in leadership from education entrepreneur Jazz.
As team leader, what do you expect from me? Can I just ask that question? What are you expecting?
Delegation.
Delegation, clear direction,
Just to listen to us as well.
listen.
Really.
So if I promise to do that for you, can you tell me what I can expect from you?
Jazz has been giving us lots of motivational speeches, high energy, lots of enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Well done, Team Evolve! There's an award!
Thank you.
There is an element of patronising us, but you know, I think she is a teacher and it definitely shows.
Hey, well done on the name! Evolve! Let's evolve! So I did identify that Leah, you'd be quite good at leading a sub-team if you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Quiet. People, we have people.
Because I keep getting drowned out when I'm trying to talk about the...
Endeavouring to lead the boys.
Guys, it's not
Jason, you need to control this as a project manager.
Listen.
Project manager Jason.
Toilet roll.
I like that. No, I like it because it might be an easy sale.
I think you're right.
10
Is
jackets.
this a good product?
What's the cat litter?
Let's look at what we can sell.
That'll sell, won't it? So, thoughts to yourselves. Thoughts to yourselves.
The boys are a really vocal group. They're very strong characters. I feel for Jason.
Whoa!
Total volume of snow.
Guys.
It's going to be a very, very long night.
Can you appoint a leader of this team and then...
I think Neil...
I'll take it. Fine. There's some key things here. Cat litter is something that we can sell in bulk. Jason's made me a leader of a mini team already. I think that says a lot about who the real leader is here. High-vis jacket. Okay. And then we've got the water. Brilliant.
Make sure you don't split those bags, girls.
Slap me on 3.
How much more, darling?
4:30 a.m. London.
What have we got to sell and where can we sell it?
Open for business 24/7.
We were hoping to come and see you this morning. We've got some really interesting products that we'd like to show to you.
Get the right stock to the right people, and money can be made.
We're going to target the southeast first, and then we're going to come back towards the northwest of London.
Matching jobs to the girls.
We've both ascertained you're quite strong in sales, OK? Moving on then.
The medic, Dr. Leah.
You're in charge of thinking about our locations, so if you start thinking about where we're going to offload the water, it's going to be about the water, primarily.
Yeah.
OK?
Yeah.
Are you used to selling to trade?
We've won lots of awards for selling the most, so I always come out top.
OK.
Pushing to pitch first, sales rep Rebecca.
I just want to build a bit of... I just want to... Hang on, I'm talking...
I'm a pretty tough person. I don't let people walk all over me in life or in business.
Cool, calm and collected.
And if somebody crosses me, well, it's game over.
At Smithfield Meat Market, an all-night pub.
Sorry, just for regard to the pricing.
I know what we're doing.
Right, go
Sorry,
ahead.
I'm with us just at this moment.
We've got some products to buy in bulk. One of them is water.
The water.
OK, so it's French mineral water. I presume you probably sell quite a bit of that.
Don't do that much, probably a couple of cases a week.
OK, I'm fully hearing you on that. We want to give you a really good offer. So, OK, so we're looking at 2 cases. We're looking at £15.
Could live with that, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.
For the girls, first sale of the day at £15.
That was not great. I don't think there was enough of a push to get the bulk sale, and maybe Rebecca wasn't the right person to do the pitch. Now we're left with a lot of water to shift.
Across town, in charge of half the boys, Neil.
We want to go in there and we want to try and shift all 40 cases.
Out to wash his hands of their water in one go.
Before we do it, are we happy? Yeah.
First stop, a coach company.
Good morning to you.
Morning. Morning to you.
We use lots of water.
Well, that's great, because I've got lots of water to sell.
Brokering the boys' bulk deal, company director Alex.
Now, if I was going to be selling you 100, they'd be about 30p each. But I can give you the 1,920 bottles that I've got outside for you. I'll give them for you for 15p.
I'd like to be about 10.
I said 15, you said 10.
Yeah.
It's hard for me. It really, really is.
Not as hard as it is for me. So where we go. You can see my list.
Okay. It's what we buy it for in bulk.
12p. If there's a pallet and a half or 10.
I'll give you 1,920 bottles then for 12p.
Right.
Per bottle.
Done.
That's a deal.
Cool. That's fine.
Banked before breakfast, £230.
That went absolutely excellent. All the water's gone. In hindsight, I think I probably gave it up a little bit too easy.
For the boys, no more liquid assets.
Let's do a high five.
Really?
Sunrise.
So look, we've got lucky cats for your lucky punters.
It's a quality product, but we do have only the one day.
Taking a gamble with their lucky cats, Jason's boys.
It's perfect for a casino.
It's
This
what
is
I
built
said.
for it.
If they buy the whole lot, the whole 50, push it to 6.
We're very, very glad to be here, this exceptional establishment. I hope that you'll feel the same about the products which we have on offer to you.
This is called the Lucky Cat, very relevant for your establishment. It's a lucky charm.
Exactly.
Okay. The retail price on those is £12, but we've... Yeah, and we can let you have them for £6 each.
Those are the terms, more or less.
OK. A very thin plastic, £6 for an object like this, I think that would be unreasonable.
What kind of value do you see it having?
It's probably something sort of £2 or £3, I reckon.
As the cat falls flat...
One thing that we can do for you is to get batteries.
Miles puts power into the pitch.
I'd be happy to take the lot at £3.
£3.50 with the batteries?
£3.25.
Fantastic,
Okay.
thank you very much.
I think Miles was really keen to get a sale on his own name just to cover his back with Lord Sugar.
I know there's somewhere around here we can get batteries, so we need to do that quickly, get in there, close it out, and then crack on.
It seems a bit gung-ho, maybe a little bit naive. Whatever it costs, we need to just take this hit and get on with it.
It's a hit in both time and money.
Exactly.
8:45 a.m.
Look at all these people on their way to work.
I
Don't
know.
they realise that some people have been working all night?
I don't know where we're going to sell the cats.
Taking a clue from the cat,
What would it be called? A Chinese tourist shop.
a destination dawns.
Chinatown. Just drop us at the gate to Chinatown. Girls, I'm feeling positive. Come on. Hey, this is good. Here's the entry on the right here.
Yes.
Nothing's open.
Everything in Chinatown looks closed.
Look at that supermarket, it's
Oh my
shut.
goodness.
Oh.
Is it a Chinese holiday?
None of the supermarkets are open.
Yeah.
Hold on. It might not open till 10. It might not open till 10.
Girls,
Let's head to Soho. We'll come back.
Yeah.
Farringdon. With most of their water still on board, the rest of the girls with business owner Louisa.
I don't want to faff around and spend an hour here to sell 2 cases of water again. I just think we need to sell it in bulk. People look at me and they assume I'm just a bimbo, got fake hair, fake nails, fake boobs, but I have a really good business brain and I love blowing their assumptions to smithereens.
I'm the person who knows most about the costs. I should do the next sale.
I do this every day. I run 3 businesses, all of which are sales. And no offence, you're a doctor.
How dare you? You cannot possibly say that. Can't possibly say that.
I was going to do this, so I should do it, to be honest.
I really don't think you should.
Why
I really
not?
don't, because I think I'll be better.
Why do you think you'll be
Because I
better?
know the figures. Do you know the figures?
Well, you just told me you got them written down, so all I have to do is look at them.
And you'll memorise them in that time?
Yeah, I think I can memorise a few figures.
OK.
Thirsty for the sale, Louisa goes for a chain of American diners.
Hey, how you doing? What's your name? Sahel, hi. I wonder if we could sit down and have a quick chat with you about some stuff that we've got you might be interested in. Yeah, sure. Yeah?
Oxford Street. Still searching for somewhere to sell their novelties, Jazz's half of the girls.
I'm thinking, you see, like there's little shops down here that sell, you know, touristy stuff. Like, what about Kingdom of Souvenirs?
We tried though.
Did we?
Yeah. Yeah. Did we try that?
Yeah.
I think we stop jumping around and try and like...
Right.
Yeah. I feel like it's going a little bit into disarray now.
Go. Oh, sorry. Wait there.
I just feel like it's gone a bit kamikaze and a bit crazy at the moment.
Girls.
Yes.
On the left. Hi. Listen, we're looking at your shop and we're thinking, you know, you sell the sort of stuff that we're looking at. We've actually got some Union Jack mugs. We've got 150 of these. We're really looking at, you know, £1.50.
£1.50, OK.
So we've got these. Have a think. We've also got some really stunning...
Lovely leather jacket.
Oh, that's nice.
We've only got 10 of these left.
OK, so how many would you think you would like to take?
I have no idea, all of them.
OK.
I think that's a hook. Thank you so much.
Well, can I take a hug?
Yes, sure.
Have one. Have one.
And now we have to call my boss.
We thought that you had the authority to buy,
Oh,
so...
no.
First rule is check you're speaking to the decision maker.
Right, move on. We've got to do this. We've got
Keep going.
time constraint.
Thanks very much.
Bye-bye.
Jazz is the project manager. She shot her hand up and she got it. Has she shown any sort of real leadership? Not really. They're wandering about. Should we try this shop? Should we try that shop? Pleasant woman, but actually, this is business.
We don't need to look or smell desperate.
No.
Because that's not going to help us.
No.
So big smiles, shoot high.
Yeah.
Back at the diner, a done deal in bulk.
280 for everything. Great to do business with you. Happy
For £50 more than the boys.
Thank you.
We're doing all right. We've just managed to sell all the water.
Yeah!
Oh, well done.
We are doing the Lucky Cat wave.
We're doing the Lucky Cat.
Mid-morning.
Batteries out, boys.
Slot it into that cat. Let's not waste time.
The casino car park.
It's taken us most of the morning.
We've definitely lost an hour and a half.
More.
2 hours.
More.
Reboxed and powered up.
Oh, you put the batteries in?
Indeed.
Right, okay. I didn't expect such good service, but thank you very much.
It's £160 for the boys. And bye-bye cats.
We need to take the lessons which we've learnt from the cat catastrophe forward.
Lunchtime. For both teams, a push for sales.
I really appreciate your time. Thank you for that. Bye. OK, next.
What it is, we just had some imported stock sent into our docks this morning. I've actually got some leftover toilet roll. Yeah, no, I was going to say, look, it's all clean, it's all freshly packaged, it's not reused or anything like that.
What I'm wondering is the strategy for when we go into these clothes shops. Do we want to carry the ukulele and the mug and sort of seem like purveyors of tat? I would rather you stay discreetly behind and we show them the fact that it is genuine leather. And the lining is what? Polyester lining, okay.
Silky.
Silky.
Silky touch.
is a nice fit, isn't it, Francesca?
Yeah, they're quite nice.
With another sale under their belt.
One for £40, two for £35.
Okay.
Next for the girls, 41 bags of cat litter.
We need to figure out where we're going to sell it.
Looking for likely buyers, cosmetics entrepreneur Uzma.
Try this one, 0207. Pets at home. Pets in the city.
We've got lots and lots of cat litter. We're wondering if the Mutts Nuts would be interested in taking a look at.
Sorry, we're not interested.
Hi, guys.
So we've still got the cat litter.
So if you can make one appointment with Battersea Dogs Home and get down there, because you've got a lot of cat litter.
Battersea's too far. We can't go there.
I know it's a trek.
There's two pet shops here as well.
Just call Battersea and ask them if they're interested.
We've actually imported some cat litter today in very high quantity and at some very competitive prices.
Okay, that's fine. Shall I book you an appointment?
Bye-bye.
Bloody smooth.
Let's go. We've got the appointment. Let's do it.
Anyone here got a cat?
If I'm honest, I absolutely despise cats. Hi, I'm Neil from Endeavour. Hi, Neil. The free kittens. Okay. They're absolutely beautiful.
Here to turn cat litter into cash, the boys.
I'm going to pass you over to Z, who's going to take you through exactly what we want to try and do for you, and then we can take it from there.
Okay, lovely. Thank you very much. We've got, I think, 41 bags of this, 16 litre these are. Simply clean, simply reliable, and one of the best qualities on the market.
Do you have any idea what you could give it to us for?
Without us trying to insult you.
£8.
For £8.
So couldn't go anywhere near the kind of prices that you're currently saying at around about £8.
Can we have a quick minute then and we'll come back to you in a second?
We need to make the sale.
Okay.
Where else?
Let me show
One
you the
second.
figures.
No, 1 second. What's the contingency? You tell me where we're going to go if we don't sell this now.
Z was leading the negotiation, but you wouldn't have guessed it with Neil in the background.
If you give me it for £5 a bag, I'll take the lot.
Whoa, 1 second, no. There's quite a low price.
Exactly.
He's a real backseat driver.
You let me go.
It's quite a low price.
Let's meet in the middle. 520. I'd like to shake your hand on that.
Okay.
I think that's a good deal.
You shake his hand or am I?
I wanted both of you, one by one. Thank you very much.
Good deal.
Good deal.
Excellent. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
For £213, a job lot of cat litter scratched off.
I've realised it's a bit of a dog-eat-dog world here, and I'm going to put my foot down a little bit.
We're doing pretty well. In fact, we're doing really well. All we need to sell is the high-vis jackets.
Let me speak to them.
It's all right, guys.
No, listen, I need to speak to them. Do you not understand that? I said it about 7 times, mate.
Listen, what do you want to say?
Listen, I said it 7 times. I want to tell them where to sell those jackets.
See, listen to me.
When I'm saying to them 7 times, because I've said them 7 times.
All right, well, here's the 8th time. Ring them back.
Yeah, they're here. Hello.
Ukuleles are key. We need to sell those.
Ukuleles and the jacket.
For Jason's half of the boys, 3 product lines left to push.
We need to get rid of these as well. Everywhere we go, we try to sell everything we have.
Back in Chinatown, still stuck with all 50 lucky cats, a second chance for the girls to claw back a sale.
Do you know what? I'd be gutted not to be able to sell
Right,
a lucky
let's get
cat in
this.
Chinatown.
My only concern is they probably buy these from China at ridiculously cheap prices.
Stepping up to sell, Sophie.
I was wondering if you sold any lucky cats.
Lucky cat.
I'm half Chinese myself, I'm completely superstitious. I've got one in my house.
Right.
Restaurants buy them. I have a restaurant myself.
Can I take a look? It's a
But there you
plastic
go.
one.
Yeah.
How much are you selling it?
We're going to sell them for about £5 per unit.
Well, I think that's a bit too much.
Perhaps £4.50.
I know the cost.
Yeah.
These items in China, you know how much you're selling.
In China, it's a completely different story.
It
We're in
is.
London. Everything's more expensive in London.
Can I suggest something?
Yes.
How about if you were going to take maybe, say, 10 off us to start with, at maybe, say, £3?
Well, that's a good idea.
Thank you. And next time we'll...
Who actually clinched the deal? Not Sophie. It was Natalie. Buy 10. You can have them at £3 each.
£30, thank you.
And they're selling low.
Thank you very much.
Not great.
Be lucky.
10 sold, £30 pocketed, 40 cats still to go.
To be fair, I'm not happy that we did
I'm
10
sorry.
for 3.
No, we were going to lose it, and I
You
need
did
a
right.
suggestion.
You did
Go
Okay,
in.
let's
Yeah.
go. We sold 10 units out of 50. That's quite shocking. This one? Is it this one? one. Yeah. Unfortunately, the location that Jazz offered was Chinatown. This one, not the...
See the one with all the lucky cats outside?
South London.
Who's pitching this?
Me, I'm leading this one.
Are you happy with the pricing?
Yeah, so 150 we're going to aim for.
Hoping to stand out selling high-vis jackets, fast food entrepreneur Tim.
Hello, mate, you all right?
Hi, my name's Tim.
Nice to meet you.
What's your name,
CJ.
sorry? CJ.
Yeah.
We've got some of the finest high-visibility jacket.
Take a seat.
So you've got the reflective panels.
Okay.
It's completely machine washable.
Yeah.
Obviously reflects the lights.
Okay.
We've got it in a variety of sizes.
Yeah.
Are you interested?
If you want to sell at the price that I'm already buying at, then I'm probably...
Which is what, like £1?
That's the truth.
We can meet you somewhere, like, if you
Okay.
can sort of get near our 140 and we can...
120.
Happy to do 120?
I can do that for you.
Fantastic, 100 at 120?
Not a problem.
Fantastic. Finally sold some products. Absolutely great. I thought my chance wasn't going to come this task. I thought I was always going to be in the background. It's always someone else's turn to pitch, and when I'm on the phone, it's always someone else's turn to do the phone calls. So it was so good to get in there and show what I'm good at.
Empty man there, look at that.
That's a good job, team. Hi, Neil speaking.
Oh, hello, Neil.
Just to let you know, we've done really well on the sales here. I know we've sold out.
Well done, boys. Perfect, well done. We've got how many jackets? We've got six left.
Then we've got lots of ukuleles. We're still playing catch-up desperately.
If we can shift 2 tons worth of water, and they can't even sell 10 leather jackets in London.
Do you think he's a good project manager?
I don't think he's a good project manager,
Listen,
no.
he does not have any idea what we've done, what's gone on. We've had no help from him. He was not a manager.
40 minutes to go.
We're not going to be able to sell 41 bags of cat litter to one person.
Ring this one. EN6.
Unable to find a home for their cat litter,
I just think we're flogging a dead horse.
a change of tack from the girls.
Just keep your eyes peeled now. This is a green and white shop.
Got boxes, they've got things in crates. Great, Rebecca.
Right, cool, calm, collected. We've got a fantastic deal on today of some bubble wrap.
We do a lot of bubble wrap. What size is the bubble?
Small bubble.
Small bubble.
We're looking at £33.
You got no chance.
All right, okay.
I'll tell you what we're paying at the moment, £12.49.
What if we match that? Hang on.
That is a 75-metre roll, though.
£15?
That sounds all right, doesn't it?
Yeah, for 10 rolls. So we have toilet rolls.
Yeah, we sell a lot of toilet rolls, so that'd be very interesting for us, yeah.
Price per case at £7.20.
Sounds a very good price, yeah.
Done deal?
Happy with 430? Yeah.
At over £400, the biggest sale of the day.
When a sale is made, everyone else in the group gets forgotten very quickly, and it's like, oh, I've made a sale.
Totally redeemed yourself.
It doesn't faze me not to be in the limelight all the time.
You went in and you nailed it, and we're all really proud of you.
$30 minutes left.
We're going to run like hell to sell those ukuleles.
How are we doing for time?
Not good.
Run.
Hello. Dot. I'm Jordan.
They make really good gifts.
They're lucky.
It's quite nice from outside, but from inside.
We could sell it to you.
Let me handle it, thank you. So if we could go to £4.50.
This is expensive.
This is the one thing that we've saved especially for you. For the entire 40, we can give you it for £6.
Can I just put something risky out there?
Go for it.
We've
And if it's
got-
about the cats, don't go for it. Oh.
But I'm just saying, right?
I cannot believe you're still talking about cats.
No one's listening to me.
But we're under a massive time constraint.
We've got 15 seconds, I would say.
Yeah. 5 for 30. And you've got a deal.
Well then.
Great work, Jordan. You crack on, get back to the boardroom on time. We don't want to be late.
Trading over. Time to take stock.
Hi, girls. What was your total figure of sales?
272.
Whoop, whoop. £270.
That's a joke.
No way on this earth that even if we lose, any of us four are going back into that boardroom. No way. And if she even suggests it, I will be on her like a fly on shit.
Could I have some feedback on my project managership-ism?
Jason, he's committed business suicide. He appointed me as another project manager within the team, and we went and blew them away.
There's only so much line taming that a project manager can do, I think. What a long day.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Good evening.
Good evening, Lord.
Well, a long day for everyone, I think. A tough task. It was never going to be easy. I think I'll start with the ladies' team. Jazz, you put yourself forward very, very quickly. Any regrets?
No regrets. I mean, it's harder than you think it's going to be, but I did lead the team, and the team were brilliant. So, yeah.
What was the team name that you chose?
Evolve.
Evolve, and how did that evolve?
That was my name.
Louisa?
Yeah.
OK. So, how did you find Jazz, then?
Very motivational. At the beginning of the day, we'd asked her to be quite decisive, and...
Was she decisive?
She evolved over the day.
How was the communication between the two sub-teams, then?
We didn't really have that much communication with her.
And I feel like I did a lot of the management for our team.
I think, to me, Leah was project manager on this task.
The merchandise that you took, as far as sub-teams are concerned, did you sell out, either of you?
We sold out of 3 of our products.
So you nearly sold out completely?
Yeah, very nearly.
And what about your lot?
We were left with all of the mugs, 7 leather jackets, and 40 lucky cats. It's a cat.
Yeah, I know what they are. So you still had a lot of stuff left over?
Yeah.
I think you short-circuited a little bit. There was a bit of a traipse up and down Oxford Street, wasn't there?
Oh, yeah. We went to a lot of places.
You had a long conversation with Italian Robert, didn't you?
We thought we had done the deal, but then found out that he wasn't the decision maker.
The first rule of selling to trade is make sure you're not talking to the cleaning lady, because you end up talking to somebody who turns around in the end and says, well, actually, I've got no authority to buy.
That's a lesson we learnt, and then from then on we were asking...
That's a bit of naivety, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right, OK, I think I've got it all here. Gentlemen, what was the team name that you chose?
Endeavour.
So that you attempt that might not work, is that right?
To try.
Yeah, to try.
And to hope to succeed.
Jason, did you bring in the golden fleece, do you think, here?
We put in a very robust performance. I think we all worked well as a team.
But I understand that, Neil, you kind of took it over.
I'd probably agree with that, yeah.
Why did you do that?
I thought initially there wasn't that leadership at that stage, and to
but you sussed that out straight away at the dockside?
We did. He couldn't manage us.
If we set off on the task on the wrong foot, then it would be much easier to trip over and make a mistake.
We didn't set off on the wrong foot. There was no foot at all.
Exactly.
Critical, clear, concise instructions were left out right from the beginning.
Well, hang on a minute. Everyone was trying to speak. The only person we couldn't hear was Jason.
Because he was trying to listen.
Jason was very quick to nominate me a team leader of the other team. My team sold every bit of stock that we had for that day. So I probably should have led the whole task.
Neil is actually quite a capable person, but as he's shown here, he believes in himself way more than actually everyone else does, and it's quite embarrassing. Why do you even have to bring it up that it was a threat?
Can I ask you one question? Who sold the most stock?
But it's not a competition, we're a team.
I've had a whole day of this, and I got to tell you, I am very tired of it.
Can I please add a? Can I just please add a note in a minute?
Alex, what do you want to say?
Well, the thing is, obviously, I mean, I've worked with Liam all day, and I think that what
who
happened
all
is...
day?
Sorry?
You worked with who all day?
Liam.
His name's Neil.
Listen. Oh, sorry, I'm getting confused.
I thought we were glad you was with him all day.
Oh, we were a team. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think Neil was very, very concerned about Jason's management style.
Much as he's a charming guy, the sales approach that he had during the entire day was more Vicar of Dibley than it was market trader.
This sounds a complete nightmare at the moment, but let's talk about the product. What did you sell in the casino?
We sold the Lucky Cats.
I heard that all four of you were standing around there putting bloody batteries in Lucky Cats. Whose idea was to give them the batteries, then?
This was Miles' idea.
A lot of time was wasted.
You're very quiet, Tim. What are you doing there? You're standing there deliberating.
No, not at all, not at all. I was waiting to be spoken to, until I felt...
I'm speaking to you, yeah, OK.
Probably the first time ever I felt like I wasn't being able to get my point across. Everyone was shouting on top of each other. I did keep trying to get my point across, but you know when you can't, then that's fine.
Sometimes you can step back so far you can fall over the cliff if you're not careful.
Well, then I thought the way to prove myself in this task is through sales.
Right,
and
so
then
what did you do then?
High-vis jacket.
The high-vis jackets?
Yeah.
They must have seen you coming.
Yeah.
Right, well, look, after all of this tale of woe, I'm going to ask Nick to read out these numbers. How did the ladies do?
OK, Evolve, led by Jazz, project manager. Her sub-team sold £270 worth, whereas Leah's sub-team, well, they achieved sales of £839.30, giving a total of £1,109.30.
Right, OK. Karen, the same thing about Endeavour.
Jason's sub-team, £324.50. Neil's sub-team, £843.40, which means your total is £1167.90.
That's £58 difference, ladies. Anyway, gentlemen, you've all had a very, very hard day, so what I want you to do now is go back. I've got you a luxury house in Holborn. This is where all the barristers and lawyers hang out. The famous store, Fortnum & Mason, bringing their top chef there, who's waiting for you, and I'll see you on the next...
Lord Sugar, can I just take this point and say I've taken on board your comments, and it is going to change. At the very start, I was struggling. I've never experienced
You've won.
having...
Do you understand?
I know,
yeah,
but
okay.
I just want to explain
so shut
myself.
Up. Off you go.
OK.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Right, well, I think you lot need to go off and have a chat about what went on. So off you go, and I'll see you back in this boardroom tomorrow, where we'll go through things in more detail and decide which one of you is going to be fired, OK? Off you go.
Well done, boys.
Amazing.
Absolutely nailed it. Champagne and caviar.
That sweet taste of victory.
For the winners, time to savour the high life.
Very nice neighbourhood.
In the heart of the capital, first glimpse of their London home.
Look at this. Look at this. Oh, wow.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, fantastic.
Nice to see Lord Sugar's put his hand in his pocket.
Got a board?
What is that?
It goes right the way through.
Here's to winning, boys. Whoa, look at this.
Oh, my.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Oh, evening.
Enjoy.
Oh, lovely.
To teamwork. We began as a team and we end as a team together.
Cheers. Cheers.
Well, ladies, this completely sucks, and none of us want to be here, especially after more than 50 hours awake.
I don't know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
No, I don't want to pass the buck, but we sold more than triple the amount of stuff that you guys sold.
We had a structure in place
You
and
did a
a
good
strategy. We got on with it. Leah had all the figures sorted out.
Everything.
I had all the appointments.
It wasn't like we had toilet rolls that we could go to a pub, we could go to this, we could go
Back
to
to you guys. Excuse me. Excuse me. Excuse me. I haven't finished. I haven't finished talking. Yeah.
I mean, I admire Jazz and that she did step forward. She put herself out there. Was she the right person to do it in hindsight? Maybe no. But she made a good decision and elected me as sub-team manager.
In terms of a leader, Jazz was extremely motivational. However, I don't think Jazz listened to me at all. The things I had to say could have made a difference between a win and a loss.
If it was my fault the team had lost, I'd say it. I'd be absolutely honest about it and say, this is what I did wrong. But the problem is, I didn't do anything wrong. My job as leader was to lead, and that's what I did. I'm going to fight like my life depends on it, because it does.
You can go through to the boardroom now.
Well, you've had overnight to consider the events of yesterday. Jazz, I threw the gauntlet down and you jumped in quickly. And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt that it was a brave move.
It was brave. I was trying to be decisive, and I knew that leading the team...
Was you trying to be clever or something? I don't know.
You can't just put your hand up and having the guts to put your hand up, expect then if you lose to still get through just because you were gutsy enough to.
Well, thanks for that contribution. What I knew I'd be able to do is lead the team through the night.
Jazz, people are saying about you that you started off as if this was like the start of a netball match, you know. OK, girls, let's get our act together. We're going to be positive. We're going to win this thing. All these kind of motivational words, right? Which, unfortunately, all add up to jack shit. I like a lot of facts, you know. Who's my best sellers? What's the products? And where we're going. Let's get on with it. That's what I call team leading.
It was both, Lord Sugar. It wasn't just a load of comments to say, let's get going. And obviously, with hindsight, doing it again, the result will be completely different, you know.
You split up. Leah was a team leader. Did you have that discussion amongst you or not?
We did have that discussion. We knew exactly what we were doing, and any decision on location where we were selling was made totally by me.
When you appoint a sub-team leader, you do expect them to lead, because it does sound a little bit like I was just sitting down humming a tune while this was happening.
You take ownership, Jazz, that you were the project manager. If you really genuinely
Absolutely, I do
believe...
take ownership, but what you need to realise is it was a team task, and I'm project manager, I'm not jack of all trades, so I have a strategy and then you guys do it. We're a team.
But Jazz, I think that I made the strategy. I don't think, you know, you had a strategy and then I implemented it.
Jazz, you were supposed to analyse what products can I sell to certain trades that open up early in the morning. For example, why did you go to Chinatown at 9 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah, that we didn't know it was going to be closed. Once we found ourselves there, we utilised where we were and went straight onto Oxford Street.
But why were you in Chinatown at that time? I mean, that is common sense.
Even though we had the commodity, we had things like water and loo roll, they weren't actually that easy to sell.
Easier to sell than Lucky Cats in Chinatown, that's for sure.
Toilet roll. Everybody uses water, toilet roll and bubble wrap. Cat litter, on the other hand, I admit, not as easy to sell, which is why I would have suggested calling Battersea Dogs Home and getting in there quick, because that was
we were too busy selling stuff, Jazz, selling out of the
Just
other
a
three of our
suggestion.
products.
Uzma, I've got some numbers here. Interestingly enough, I've got down here that you didn't sell anything. Is that right?
My role in this wasn't to sell anything.
What was it to do then?
Make sure that we didn't waste any time.
Operations and logistics. I delegated roles within that. Uzma wasn't allocated a selling role, but her role was mainly organising where we were going next.
So how come you didn't get to Battersea Cats and Dogs Home? There's one place that's going to buy all your cat litter, and that's got to be the cat home.
The boys got there and cleaned up there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Right, what was the first thing you sold then?
We were disappointed with the fact that the first pitch we were kind of really revved up to do it, and Rebecca, you know, she's a top seller in her field, she's award-winning, and then she kind of went in and just epically failed.
It didn't epically fail.
Well, you sold
I'm happy to discuss it at great length and in detail, so let's do that now.
But I would like to point out Rebecca redeemed herself.
Oh, thank you for that. Very nice of you to point that out. She turned out to actually be the biggest seller in your group.
She did, and she did really, really well.
And Sophie, I got 0 against you. You didn't sell anything. Is that right?
I pitched to sell the Lucky Cats, but I think Natalie then stepped forward.
We were going to lose the deal. He started saying how cheap I get them from China. You know, you even said
This is why I didn't want to sell Lucky Cats in Chinatown. I knew that at the beginning. I didn't want to sell the product in the first place
that's
because...
news to me.
No, I kept saying that.
Jazz, which 2 people are you bringing back in this boardroom?
I think I just have to go with who I feel could have contributed more in our team. That's Sophie. It's for the right reason.
Fair? Because
I'm having you and I'm not going to discuss it with you. It's my choice. Unfortunately, someone should have thought about the cat litter and Battersea Dogs Home.
If it wasn't for me, our team wouldn't have sold.
If it wasn't for me, we would have literally...
Of course, you're all perfect. Of course, you're all wonderful.
Not perfect.
You did nothing wrong. You're
If we didn't have a plan, we would be prancing up and down London just like you guys were.
You made the decision to be project manager like that. Now, come on, I want to go home today, so...
I'd like to bring Uzma back in along with Sophie, please.
OK. Ladies, the rest of you, go back to the house and I will see you on the next task, OK? What I'd like to do now is have a little chat with Nick in particular, so if you'd like to step outside and I'll call you back in shortly. Jazz, I think she spent far too much time on the kind of motivational speaking and all that stuff. But one shouldn't underestimate the pressure people are under in becoming project managers. And as we've seen from these girls, they don't take any prisoners, this lot.
Yeah. Sophie was a big disappointment to me.
She was very quick with her criticism of everybody else and not very insightful to her own shortcomings in not selling anything.
Uzma claimed she was in charge of logistics. Jury's out. Simple as that. Jury's out.
Yes, Lord Sugar.
Would you send the three of them in, please?
Yes, Lord Sugar. Lord Sugar will see you now.
Jazz, I guess that the two ladies sitting either side of you would like to know why you brought them in. Perhaps you'd like to start with what Uzma's doing here.
I know you didn't say anything, Uzma, and also being logistics, I would have thought that the cat litter was high on a priority for getting rid of. Knowing that the boys sold their cat litter all in one, and that sale was the one that we could have had.
But I was going through all the directories, pulling out numbers. Leah was on the phone.
Just tell me that you did try and sell that cat litter to Battersea Dog Factory.
Yes.
Uzma, I have this vision of you orchestrating a military kind of campaign. You go here, you go there, this one opens this time, that one opens this time.
That's very much what happened. If I didn't do the job that I did, we wouldn't have made those sales.
Did you not think if this is a selling task, I should perhaps sell?
Do you not think that if you had someone like me in your team, you would have probably made some more sales?
I have no idea how
But you didn't sell anything. You were a logistics girl.
I'm a logistics girl.
Well, you were a
understand
logistics
but I'm a
girl.
businesswoman, darling.
We're all
right?
businesswomen.
But what did you
Why
do?
did you
didn't
guys-
sell anything.
Well, she claims what she did was a logistics task. Now, look, Jazz, what's Sophie doing here?
Sophie, unfortunately, was a passenger on this task. In that sale with the China cats, when Sophie was trying to make the one chance she had to really push these sales through, she would not drop the price. We're pushed for time.
You were pushing Chinatown, and I thought, right, we've got imported products. Why are we going to go and sell
And when did you say that?
China
When did you
good?
explain
I
that
said,
to me as the expert on Lucky Cats? That
I'm not an
imported
expert
products
on
aren't
Lucky
gonna be sold
Cats. You
direct.
didn't listen to me, and you pushed it because you said, no, we'll go to Soho, we'll go to Chinatown. You're trying to sell a Chinese product to Chinese people who do you not think will buy it for about 5p.
Do you not know that the Lucky Cats are, you know, in every single Chinese restaurant in the country? And, you know, to go and sell the stuff in Chinatown is like coal to Newcastle.
Do you know what? The fact remains that as project manager, I managed the team, I led the team. We
day.
failed because we didn't sell enough and we lost by £58.
We
You
made
didn't
over
sell
a third of
anything.
the sales.
The sale you
All
had-
three of you didn't sell anything, Jazz.
That's true, and that's why they're both here.
Jazz, people are saying about you that you don't listen. You sound your best business skills. Once I've got an idea in my head, it's going to happen. And is that what you found from her? or what?
Absolutely. You didn't listen to me from the moment I said, these have a Chinese
I'm
origin.
bossy when I'm right, and I'm often right.
I've had chance to show leadership skills under pressure and organisational skills, and I believe that I've done that. I've also got a lot more to show. I don't give up and I don't say no. If I leave this process, I want it to be because I'm not good enough, not because other people have suddenly decided I'm an easy scapegoat.
The only way I'll know if you're not good enough, really, is listening to other people. And right now, you know, I have got an issue. And you say that she's more culpable than you. Jazz?
Oh, man. Sophie, who I
No,
adore...
I'm not man, I'm Lord
sorry.
Sugar, OK?
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I think Sophie is more culpable than me.
Jazz, how is
I
that
shouldn't be
fair?
fired because I had a task to lead the team, which I did. I did lead the
Clearly
team.
you didn't.
Ladies, I think I've had it. I think I've had enough. I think I've heard enough, had enough. Jazz, very, very brave move to jump in and be the project manager, and I do give you credit for that. Was it clever? I don't think so. Certainly wasn't clever the speed at which you did it. Uzma, I was confused why Jazz brought you in here. I've owned businesses, and I've had sales teams where a logistics person is the heart of the company. So I understand what that means. And on that basis, you're not in my consideration at the moment.
Thank you,
Sophie, you didn't sell anything. Jazz was adamant that you were coming back in here. And that tells me that she felt that you didn't pull your weight on this task. I have to give that deep consideration. I think that, Jazz, there was terrible mayhem going on, bad organisation, fatal mistakes made, and I do believe that your biggest mistake was jumping in too quickly. On that basis, Jazz, you're fired.
Okay, thank you.
And I'll see both you ladies on the next task, okay? Off you go.
If I had my time again, I'd love to say I wouldn't volunteer, but I know I would. I'm gutted to be fired before I've got a chance to show how amazing I am. And I really wanted to go right through to the end of the process because my business plan is phenomenal.
Was Jazz to blame as the project manager?
Yeah, she should go, but...
Okay.
The project management was so bad, you know, it just really wasn't great.
Do you guys not think, because Uzma owns her own business, that she has more credentials?
I found her to be not very effective.
But she
talks really well. She talks a good fight.
Yeah, it is quite terrifying. Yeah. That initial going into the boardroom for the first time is quite daunting. Yeah. And once you've done it,
you're ready to do it again?
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, so go on, be ready for it.
Now, 15 candidates remain. Lord Sugar's search for his next business partner has begun. Next time.
Your task is all about making money from flavoured beer.
Bloody hell.
Trouble brews.
We are having an absolute shocker at the factory.
I'm surprised you've even turned up.
Frustrations ferment.
Jason, will you be quiet, you silly shit?
You need to let me speak.
Then things turn bitter.
I have never seen such a bloody mess. You're all a bloody waste of space. You're fired.
The Apprentice back on BBC One tomorrow night at 9. Not good being the first one fired. Jazz shares her thoughts with Dara O'Brien on BBC Two now. While on BBC Three, pop stars with ridiculous names sweat the small stuff with Nick Grimshaw. And back here after the news, comedy with The Right Way at 10:35.